Do you feel like you've lived? What? Do you feel like you've lived this day 100 times before? It's another good question. Yeah, it's funny you say that actually. I mean, take what you can from each day. Take what you can from each day is something I was trying to sort of live by. What did I achieve today? Sort of during 2007 to 2009, when I went through lots of crazy adventures and had a really cool time, you know, I really did sort of feel like I hadn't really done the same thing twice. But now I think I do lead the same day over and over and over again. You know, I've become very disconnected from things that really matter in my life at the moment, which is a shame. But unfortunately, that's the case. So yeah, I do find myself just living the groundhog day over and over again. I've got no one to blame for that other than myself. I just lost track of what I'm meant to be doing in life, but I'll sort it out eventually. Okay, next question. When was the last time you marched in the dark with only the soft glow of an idea that you strongly believe in? Every day. That's a brilliant question. I really like that. I'm going to reread that question because it's so fucking clever. Okay. The question was. Sorry, I'm putting silly faces. Sorry. When was the last time that you marched into the dark with only the soft glow of an idea that you strongly believe in? I think that's a great way to describe how I conduct my life and how I operate. In fact, that is something which I will. I'll paraphrase that from now on. Actually, I'm going to take that and sample that little phrase because I really did like that. Sort of in a sea of darkness, in a world of blackness and sort of oblivion, you've got your little idea. I mean, your own personal little idea in the world of oblivion, in the world of the bleak, the limitless nothingness, and there's you with your little idea. I think that's a great sort of analogy there, a great metaphor. Okay, next question. If you knew that everyone you knew was going to die tomorrow, who would you visit today? Okay, well, I'll obviously visit my girlfriend Jazz, my girlfiend. I'd visit Necro Tom, Nikki Lawless, Callum, Nicky Hobbs and Tony. I'd visit Raz, a few other people, Will, Tony, I think I said Tony twice. Yeah, just my mates really. Chris Winkup, Andy Greenfield. Try and visit everyone I can really. Visit my family as well, obviously. But to be honest, if the world was going to end tomorrow, I'd probably just want to be on my own. To be fair. Okay, next question. Would you be willing to reduce your life expectancy by 10 years to become extremely attractive and or famous? Honestly, yeah, I would. I actually read that question as reduce your life expectancy to 10 years, not by 10 years, and even then I probably would. Like, I mean, initially, what's your life expectancy when you're an unhealthy diabetic? I'd say sort of 60. Take 10 years away, it's 50. Yeah, I'd be happy to die at 50 if I became extremely wealthy now. Yeah, definitely. But what I read it as is to 10 years, not by 10 years, which means I'd be 35 when I died. And I'd still probably, yeah, I don't know, 35 is quite young to die. I don't know, maybe not 35, but 55, something like that. I'd be quite happy to die. Yeah, if I had a, you know, the fame and fortune. It's not the fame I want, I don't really care. I just want the money, so I can have the things I want and not the things I don't. Pretty simple, really. To be honest, people say like the best things in life are free. Do you know who says that? Really, really rich people, or really, really poor people. Okay. What's the difference between being alive and truly living. I always said there's no point in living if you can't feel alive. I don't know where I got that from. I think it's a James Bond quote, but I'm not entirely sure. If someone could get back to me in one of my personal messages on Facebook or YouTube or something and let me know where that came from, but it is something I've always said since I first heard it, and it's no point in living if you can't feel alive. And that's something I sort of try and tell myself on a daily basis. Like I was saying earlier, carpe noctem sees the night, or carpe diem sees the day. It's basically, like I was saying earlier, I've always been very passionate about you only live once, live for the moment. But since that's become a little meme thing on the internet that dickheads seem to say, I'll stop saying you only live once a little bit now. Because I found myself getting irritated by the people saying it. Okay, the next question. When is it time to stop calculating the risks and rewards and just go ahead and do what you know is right? The time, basically, yeah, the time's now, mate. I think. Like I was saying earlier, you only live once, so you may as well. Yeah, there's no point in living if you can't feel alive, sort of thing. I've lost my trail of thought because I was just chatting away to somebody, so yeah, lost my trail of thought there. But yeah, very much big on the ethos of carpe diem, sort of you only live once. You know, you might get hit by a gypsy wagon tomorrow, horse and cart, and then you're dead, do you know what I mean? So you may as well make the most of it whilst you can. No, that wasn't even the question that I was actually answering, it was the one before. It was, when are you going to stop calculating risks and rewards? Go ahead and do what you know is right. Yeah, I said the time's now. We're not getting any younger, opportunities won't be around forever, so I may as well do the most to sort of do what I can now to, you know, achieve my goals again and do what I want. So yeah, now's the time to look to doing those things, and it's not just jumping in at the deep end and going in blindly and getting stuck in. It's just laying the path down, laying the seeds down, in order to do the things I want, one step at a time, cog by cog, sort of step by step. Planning everything out methodically is generally how I do. If I want to do something, it usually takes me 2 years to do anything. Even if it's a little thing, like decide if I'm going to get a haircut or not, or if I'm going to buy something, it usually takes about 2 years for me to make a decision on anything. So, the DJ career, if I suddenly decide I'm a DJ because I DJ off my laptop. If I suddenly decide, right, I want decks now in a mixing desk, I wouldn't go out and buy one the next week. It would take me 2 years to do that. If I decide I want to go on holiday, I wouldn't go out and get a passport. It would take me usually about 2 years to think about getting the picture taken, think about filling the forms in. Just things generally do take a long time with me. But definitely, now is the time to get started in the process of getting things done, basically. Okay, nearly near the end now, thank fuck. Let's have a look. If we learn from our mistakes, why are we also afraid to make a mistake? I mean, I make mistakes every day. Everything I do is a mistake. Look at this. This makeup is a mistake. I have a massive what if complex, so I always think, what if I did this different, what if I did that different. So yeah, I do often, like, I've got this undercut on my hair actually, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I often think, what if I'd have got it on that side instead? What if I'd got all the tattoos I wanted by now? What if I'd have got my lip pierced by now, which is something I want done? Just lots of things really, what ifs. What if I'd have learnt to play an instrument? I'd probably be, you know, would I have been any good? Do you know what I mean? I don't know, I just sit and think about it all day. Big what if complex. So yeah, I'm fairly confident that every decision I've ever made in my life is pretty much the wrong one, to be fair. So I'm not afraid to make mistakes because I just take it for granted that I make them. Okay, next question. What would you do differently if you knew nobody would judge you? If I could live my whole life again, I'd do everything completely differently. 99.99% of the decisions I've made, I'd change and do differently. I don't care about people judging me though. I'd change all the decisions and do it differently. For my own benefit, not because someone's judged me. I don't care. Peasants have poor judgment anyway. I don't care what people think of me. Saying I don't care what people think of me is a very broad sweeping statement. Unless there's an immediate gain and an immediate advantage for me, then I don't care what people think of me. I care what they think of me if I can get something out of it. A good thing to live by that I always say every day, another thing is, what other people think of you is none of your business. Just remember that one, because that applies to you. When was the last time you noticed your own sound, the sound of your own breathing? Sorry, it's about 20 seconds ago. Listen, if I just mute the music a second, you'll be able to hear me breathing. It's horrible. And that is because I'm breathing quite heavily because I'm not very healthy. I'm diabetic. It's out of breath. I've got a really bad cold, really bad virus, so I'm bunged up, runny nose. Just feel like fucking shit. I'm working alongside my GP to get me back in health at the minute, but I'm just so fucking unhealthy. I can't do anything. It's just always out of breath and it's always horrible. I feel like shit. Next question. What do you love? Any of your recent actions openly expressed with love? Okay, yeah, I mean, my girlfriend Jasmine, I love to bits. She means the world to me. That was who I was talking to earlier, actually, when the video cut, when I skipped out. It's because I was having a chat with Jasmine, just talking to her about some stuff. I love Special Brew. I love drinking snake bites. I love Kraken rum with some Pepsi Max. If you get Kraken and Pepsi Max mixed together, lush. What else do I like? I love seafood sushi, one of my favourite foods. I love cheese. I love meat. I'm the biggest carnivore in the world. I think it should be compulsory that you eat X amount of meat a day. Very strict beliefs on eating meat. Eating meat is an extremely important part of my life. Blood is life. It's important to live. To eat is life. To eat life is to live. I love cracking my knuckles. I'm addicted to it, actually. It's one of my OCD things. It's OCPD, actually. So it's a little bit like restless leg syndrome, a condition that I've got. I can't remember the name for it, but it's like a constant twitching in my hands, cracking my knuckles. So I'm cracking my knuckles. I love chewing cocktail sticks because it looks cool. I love heavy metal. I love rock and roll. I love horror punk. I love punk in general. I love goth. I love glam. I love Satanism. I love death rock. I love wrestling. I love horror films and slasher horror films. And last but not least, I love gypsies too, because I've got gypsy traveller blood myself. In 5 years from now, do you remember what you did yesterday? How about the day before that and the day before that? To be honest, yeah, I probably would remember actually what I did, because I started a new day job this week, so I've had a lot of information to take in. It's quite a memorable role, so I think I would remember this week in 5 years' time. I've got a pretty good memory as well. I get a lot of random flashbacks of stuff. I forget stuff the next day and then I remember it like 3 years later. I remember when I was like 6 or 7 years old as well. We went to PC World on Botley Road in Oxford to get a printer for our brand new PC. And the man who served us in PC World was called Mark Dunn, and I remember exactly what he looked like too. My brain's just filled with useless information like that. I remember all sorts of things. I know King Charles I was executed in 1649. I know Frankenstein was written in 1818 and Dracula was published in 1897. I just know stupid dates for things. I'm really good at remembering dates. Yeah, it's really good at remembering dates. And little odd information, stuff like that. Okay, last question. I would have liked to have gone into more detail actually on question 49 about my odd memory and how I remember weird shit, but I'm gonna address that in a video and I'm slightly more with it and I know what I'm talking about and I'm not away with the fairies. Okay, decisions are being made right now. The question is, are you making them for yourself or are you letting others make them for you? The answer that I think is both, because I mean, it's mainly others that are making the decisions, of course. I mean, who the fuck do you think I am? I mean, everything is out of everyone's control. One person can't make a difference. One person can't control their life or their destiny, because it's all out of your own hands. There's not a lot you can do. You can just make yourself as bearable as possible. I mean, I'm me though. I do as I please, but I'm me though, and I do as I please, and unless I'm physically forced. But I think that's the same with everybody, really. And unless you are physically forced to do something you don't want to do, then you don't do it. I mean, you do what you want with most people. You live your life how you want to live it. I'm the same as everyone, really. But the things that you don't realise that are being controlled, that's the scariness. That it's the politicians and the media, the little puppety people playing puppet strings to learn us what to do. So I do what I don't want to do, and I don't do what I don't want to do, the same as everyone else, really. So I think my response to that is pretty much the same as what yours would be, is that you want to make your own decisions, you want to lead your own life, but it's probably out of your own hands, the majority of the decisions you have to make. Okay, that's actually the end of the questions today. Sorry I'm not with it. I don't really remember answering half of these questions. I'm going to put it up on YouTube anyway, because I haven't put anything up in a little while, but I might rehash some of this another time when I'm feeling a little bit more with it, because I am really not well today. I am well, I'm just not with it. I really like pulling faces. Watch this. If I pull some faces at you. That one made my eyes run. I've got dry eyes. How are my eyebrows looking? Not a bad attempt. Not particularly great either. I look rough today. I feel rough today. I look how I feel. Tacky and rough. Let's have a look. I can't think if there's anything else really that I can sign this video off with, other than thanks for watching. Oh, do you want to see something cool? I've got this double chin where I've put on a load of weight, and the line of the crucifix goes right under my double chin. Okay guys, I've been Lucas. Thanks for watching my videos, and I'm going crazy. Really gotta stop goofing around with that camera. Okay guys, sorry I'm going a bit weird. See you next time.